Hey, how you doing? It's your boy, the Mystic Samstar, and I'm here today with another energy healing tarot reading for the collective for the 29th of November through the 6th of December. How's everybody? How y'all doing? I know I've been gone for like 2 weeks. I'm sorry. I apologize, but I'm back, and I'm just gonna get straight into this reading for the week, which is just the healing guidance that we may need to help us get through the week, whatever healing you're going through, and they see basically just let you know the obstacles and advice to help you guide you through this week. So I'm pull 3 cards for each. So, and I'm using the Dark Tarot. Spirit guides, angels, ascended masters of divine light. Please come guide this healing message for the collective. Thank you, and namaste. Okay. I'm sorry for the shuffling. Alright. Oh, we got all majors. So we got the Hierophant, we got Adjustment, will be Justice card in other tarot decks, and we have the Moon. So Hierophant speaks of structure and creating the structure in our life and building something that we love and we're passionate about. It's an earth sign, it's related to Taurus, so being grounded, being able to take our time, being patient with ourselves, working on ourselves, working on self-love, working on self-care, changing things around us that's going to make us feel better and put us in a better mood. There's also, I feel like breaking old habits and breaking old routines and coming into new ones. Really listen to our intuition and the way that we're planning for the future and the way that we are changing our ways and the way we kind of like organize our life. It's gonna be like slow movement, but it's like listen to our intuition and make these changes in our life, these choices that are coming to break these old routines and way of doing things that are not working for us, to break through like old attachments, whatever you attach to that's not helping us grow, or you know what I mean, it could be this, it's not needed. We kind of just detaching from that. But it's coming from working with our higher selves and listen to our intuition. It comes with meditating, contemplating, just listening to your inner voice. Where all this information is just going to be coming in. You might be seeking guidance from others, and maybe that's like advice that can, you know what I mean, just help you in a way. Give you more clarity so you can see ahead. And then this again, this third chakra, just using our third eye more, just using our intuition. I think our intuition is going to be kind of this heightened this week, especially with the Moon card here. There's something with like, I feel like going within the shadows and just our own shadows and healing from there, like understanding our shadow self, like our fears, our emotional triggers, traumas, like things in our life that kind of just are repeating, and it's kind of just looking at that and being able to create those changes from that. You know what I mean? Basically heal by following our intuition and making the right changes and doing the things that we need to do. So it's like a slow moving process, but it's planting the seeds for your new growth, for what you're coming into. So definitely grounding is very, very important this week. Grounding yourself and protecting yourself. Then we have the Adjustment card, which is known as Justice on other tarot decks, and is ruled by Libra. So this is definitely I feel like this could be conversations this week, but other people that can again, this maybe just bring balance, some seek of forgiveness, maybe closure, and things like that. You know what I mean? Anything's off, you know what I mean? There's definitely like karmic cycles, so just ending, like things are just ending, things are coming to the sense of completion with, I guess, choices and our own decisions, because our choices are what create karma. So like, are we going to create more karma from this by our decisions, or are we going to complete the cycle and create new choices, new decisions, you know what I mean, move in a new direction that's more healthy for us. Libra is ruled by Venus, so that's still self-love, self-care, it's having that empathy for ourselves and doing what's good for us. So again, there's more self-care. There's a lot of shadow work, but there's a lot of love coming from the divine. That's one of this nurture and help us through this transition as we make the right choices. It's kind of bringing ourselves into this balance this week. So reflection is good. Self-care, affirmations. You know, I'm a loving person. I am love. I'm guided by the divine. Affirmations like that you can speak to. Because affirmations really help us reprogram our subconsciousness. And you know, I feel like this week is just like a whole thing like reprogramming. You know, and finding this balance between this light and dark aspect of ourselves, so we become more whole. The blue is the blue chakra, throat chakra, and this card is blue. Communication, but it's also listening. So again, listening to our intuition. This week is really about listening to our intuition. Listen to what we want. Listen to our passions. Listen to what feels good for us. What solutions to our life problems feel right, and that you know that we need to do, but it might just seem hard, like we be stuck in our old ways, but it's breaking that. So that's where the decision comes down to, like, you need to do this, but you might be stuck in an old way or old habit, and it's where the justice card comes from, like, well, this is the decision you need to make. It's in those moments where we can just choose the path that we're taking. So we catch ourselves in the midst of our shadows and understanding and aware of it, but in a second of deciding, we're like choosing what we want to continue or what we want to change. And so that's bringing this balance. That's why you need to have this balance. Just finding that perfect balance that's going to bring this growth. It's sort of like a test almost, I feel like. But, dealing with ourselves and, knowing that we need to master ourselves and kind of have our mind under control as well. As we work with spirit and it's telling us we need to do this, it's just a decision that we can do it. Something like, instead of probably maybe just waking up and scrolling through the phone, might just feel like going out for a run. Like, instead of looking through the phone, let me go out and go for a run. Might be more beneficial for you. It's just those decisions. The next card we got is the moon. The moon is like, I feel like things are coming to our awareness from our subconscious. Like, if there was an illusion or a veil over your eye where you can see things clearly, I feel like this moon, because there's a scatter card at the bottom, I feel like things are coming to light. You're able to see more of your shadow self, and the things that you need to change. Like, you're gonna be brought to you're being confronted with your shadow, basically. And this could be like an initiation, Just like a soul initiation, soul growth, spiritual growth. But it's showing you what you need to heal, so you can, so we can heal it, you know what I mean, bring light to the situation, find that balance, you know, new justice, find that balance, self-care, make the right decisions based off it. I mean, any type of self-forgiveness, forgiveness of others, you know what I mean. That's self-love, self-care, valuing ourselves, you know what I mean. It's like we're in these areas of life where we may not be feeling that, or you know, kind of lost our strength. This is going to kind of help rebuild that faith. It's like helping bring us back into balance. Like we're feeling like a little off balance in areas of your life. I feel like this shadow aspect of ourselves, with the Taurus, we're bringing new routines, you know what I mean, kind of building foundation structures, building wealth. These are adjustment. Hierophants are money cards. They're both ruled by Venus as well. Taurus and Libra, both ruled by Venus with the moon. So, you know what I mean, this is definitely about emotional healing. This is healing our emotions. But through our shadow aspect, that's of ourselves, where we really need to look at like what changes we need to make. Coming to terms with certain things about ourselves. But it comes with self-value. With self-value and love comes more worth and abundance. So, you know what I mean, as we healing through things this week of self-worth and abundance, self-forgiveness, you know what I mean, creating changes in our lives, you know what I mean, we actually, you know what I mean, we're going to see more abundance in our lives, you know what I mean, because we're creating this change, and I guess perspectives are changing, new decisions, and you know what I mean, that kind of brings us to a different way of living, different way of working, different way of being in the world, you know what I mean, as we go through the shadow period of, you know what I mean, transitioning and changing from within, we're really going to be able to see that outside of ourselves. So it's really interesting for this week. A lot of soul growth and probably sitting with ourselves and contemplating. So the obstacles for this week. What will be the obstacles for this week? There's a lot of majors. So we got the Star card, which is Aquarius, and we got the Magus, ruled by Mercury, and then we got the Six of Pentacles. With the Star card, I would say don't lose hope, don't lose optimism. That would be the obstacle. Don't lose hope, don't lose optimism, don't lose the way, that your path that you're dreaming for. Don't let that slip away. Just because, you know what I mean, you're going to be reflecting on yourself a lot, and when we reflect on ourselves a lot, it could bring some doubts, but it's overcoming the doubts. You know, it wants you to understand that it's there, that the fears are there, that the doubts are there, that, you know what I mean, these self-sabotage thoughts are there, you know, but it's not there to discourage you or bring, you know what I mean, remove optimism. I mean, you know what I mean, remove you from being optimistic. It's actually there to show you so that you can heal, so that you can, you know what I mean, expand, you can grow, you can have this breakthrough. They can create change for the future. So the obstacle is not getting, you know what I mean, seeing your shadows for what it is. And actually, this is routines. So this is your routine, Taurus, but you have the Aquarius card, Saturn. Aquarius likes to change. It likes to do things differently. You know what I mean? So that's the obstacle. It's like letting go of those old routines and things that you know what I mean, habits. You know what I mean, that's gonna come up to you, like something you have as a habit. Might be like, yo, this actually is a bad habit. I might need to actually stop this. But it could be a hard habit to stop. But you know what I mean, the breakthrough point is stopping and like getting over it. So that's the obstacle of just, you know what I mean, breaking bad habits, seeing things differently, healing. But you're gonna know what it is because your shadow's gonna be reflected at you. So you're gonna have the decision to create that change. And Aquarius, again, the Star card, is about breakthroughs, about futuristic, it's about the future. So it's about staying optimistic, staying in your truth, um, healing yourself within through that self-reflection and growth. Um, Seeing things differently, expanding your horizons, having that breakthrough period, you know what I mean? Or where, you know what I mean, you just become your own unique self, you know what I mean, speaking your own truth of who you are, and manifesting that. You're manifesting a different you. The next card is the Magus, which is the Magician, ruled by Mercury, and that's cool. It's interesting. That's under the Libra card. It's right with the Libra card. Next card, both air signs. Got the air signs. Could just be a Gemini too, but Love is Gemini. Mercury, decisions. You know, the obstacle with this week could be. So it's all about decisions this week and how we dealing with our mental mind, our mental energy. But through this week, this mental energy has to be aligned with our intuitive energy. Like we have to have that balance. And there we go with the Libra with the balance. So it's balancing the intuitive and the logical to discern, so that you can discern what needs to go, what needs to stay. You know what I mean? You're discerning your emotions, you're discerning your inner world. You kind of like dissecting it and seeing it piece by piece, so that you can kind of like reintegrate it into something wholer. So it's a form of an alchemy right now, but more on the mental plane. You know, it's like seeing ourselves in so many different bits of pieces, and it's just easier to see. It's easier to kind of like digest, and especially when we come from love, compassion. It's like, okay, I see this part of myself. I see how I can be better. I could, you know what I mean, old conversations and how things ended and worked out. Like, oh, I can see this side, and I can see how maybe I can have dealt with that, but I accept it for what it is and kind of just release it and let it go. You know, that becomes easier. So the obstacle is not getting caught up in the clutter of our mind, not getting caught up in our thoughts. I mean, the negative thoughts, the negative paths. Again, it's about seeing it for what it is and transmuting it, and just giving love to it, compassion to it. Like, this is what happened, this is how it ended, this is what went on. I forgive that person, I forgive myself. I mean, show love, compassion, and I mean, release it to the universe, release it to the to your God, the goddess, your deity. I mean, your spirit guides, angels, that's allow that, work with spirit that allow that to lift that off you. Again, it's not a blow, so it's definitely about more communication, but listening to spirit. I mean, self-expression, like loving expressions for ourselves, for other people. There's lots to do with love here. I mean, emotions, family time, you know, new work jobs are maybe coming in. They'll have abundance. Maybe getting some calls. We've been looking for jobs. You know, it's a good time to network as well. You know what I mean? As you go through this healing process, I'm going off, but spirit is guiding me, so I'm just gonna go with it. It's a good time for like networking. You know what I mean? Collaborating with people. Collaborating with people, coming up with new ideas, and new ways of kind of like building new structures, maybe like spiritual structures. This is the Hierophant with the Star card. That's communities, spiritual communities. You know what I mean? Forming new communities. But the Libra card is just finding the right people to work with. You can build a community, a business. I mean, working in teams to create money together, to build something together. But you know what I mean? All going through the shadow work still. So it's like we're going through the shadow work of this, but we still have to work within the world. You know what I mean? It's like everything's happening simultaneously. So, there's going to be fears that could be here. when we creating these changes in our lives, like, damn, can I trust this person? Can I do this? Can I trust myself? Can I trust my own strength, my own power? You know, do I have the resources to really do this? You know what I mean? All these fears could be coming in as these changes are coming into our lives. That's kind of this pushing us for growth, but we have these inner fears that can block us and those thoughts. So it's getting out of our mind, and listening more into our intuition, having that balance. So the obstacle for this week could be, not letting the fear of your mind really confuse you or put a fog. You know what I mean? Understand you have the resources, the magician, you have the resources to get what you want, you get what you need to create the balance. This Libra. The Six of Pentacles is the next one, or the Six of Discs is here with success. Moon and Taurus, so we have another Taurus here. And the values again, and the values and the worth is trusting your inner values, trusting your inner worth is, healing that, so that's gonna bring the abundance to you. You just have to get out your fear, get out your own comfort zone, try something different, try something new. So this week we be pushing us to do something new. The magician, be creative. You have the resources, use the resources available to you. Use the innate skills. Some of you might be going through a spiritual transition. Spiritual skills, understanding that you can receive messages from spirit, seeing visions and things like that, having dreams, visionary dreams, or very vivid dreams of like maybe the future. And it's like, yeah, you can do that. You just got to trust your abilities. So the advice for the week, I'm sorry, it's going so long. The advice for the week: Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. So, the advice would be, again, 9. It's like self-worth and value. It's really about self-worth and value this week. Understanding your worth, understanding your value, understanding who you are and what you can put out into the world. Trying things that you love to do, like trades that you love to do. What do you love to do that brings you abundance? What makes what do you do that can attract more abundance as well? And what can you do to the world? What can you put out into the world? Like, what skill sets do you have? How can you help humanity in a sense, and help yourself in the ways around you? I feel like this is really more on the collective level. Like, how are you putting in to help the collective? Even that's just your own miniature surroundings. You know what I mean? It just having that understanding of your own skill, worth, and value, and being able to share it, manifest and make it into something. It's like you have these innate skills and innate talents, but you might not always put it out there, or you might not always use them. So the advice is just to trust yourself. Trust your passions, what you love. You know what I mean? What's gonna bring you happiness? You know what I mean? Go for it. Don't be scared, or not put yourself out there because of what other people might say about you, or feeling judged or anything like that. You know what I mean? Just give things a go. You have to, you know what I mean, get over that shadow aspect. Not let that shadow fog your mind from you getting the abundance you want by putting yourself out there, showing people what you're capable of. The Seven of Pentacles is, you know what I mean, be patient with yourself. It's another Taurus card, yeah. Saturn and Taurus. So, you know what I mean, be patient with yourself. Look at the details, plan, strategize this week. Create a strategy. You know what I mean? Think about creating like a business, doing something business. I mean, like, well, I do got these little things I can sell, you know what I mean, all these services I can do. Take your time, plan, create a strategy. If you have a business and things haven't been moving the way you want to move, replan, create a new strategy, and that might work. It's coming Aquarius card. Kind of got to get with the times in a sense. You know what I mean? Communication, using the social media, being a visionary, being different, standing out, being your own unique self. I feel like this is the week for that. Like, who am I? You know what I mean? Kind of type of week. And like, I think working on it on more of a ground level rather than, I mean, being up in a crown check at a higher level. It's like Spirit's like, no, we need you to work on a ground level. We need you to be your earthly level, and like, not ground ourselves and go up, but you know what I mean, kind of like ground ourselves and stay grounded, but bring that energy down so we can manifest it here. You know what I mean? So it's about bringing the energy down, being grounded, connecting with ourselves, but still bringing the energy of spirit down. You know what I mean? To here, so we can create this new life, new form of energy that's trying to come into our lives right now, kind of awaken us. And the last card for advice would be Queen of Wands, which is very creative, independent, entrepreneur type of energy. And this card, she's holding a pine cone staff, using your intuition. Use your intuition, seeing things clearly. If you have a vision, go for it. The perception is going to be very more widened to making clear decisions. But if you have a right decision that you know you should do, you feel it, go for it. There's definitely that inspired, divine inspiration that comes from this when we kind of just go with the flow. We get that big spark of like intuition and growth. This is like standing on ground, being a very attractive type energy, kind of just attracting opportunities, attracting things to us that's might be necessary for our growth. But the pine cone is still saying like, look at things with discernment, still make wise decisions and choices. But there's a lot of creativity here. There's a lot of working with other people. Working in corporations, maybe new job. This way of abundance is coming to you, and just magician's in the middle. So it's just how you working with your resources, how you playing the field, what are you doing to create this abundance? Like how you're attracting it. Are you opening channels for things could come in your way, and this could come through the healing, the shadow healing that we're doing as well. So as we go through the shadow healing, that might just open up an energy channel, and we kind of reflect that, put that out, and then now we open up a new channel for whatever we want to come to us. But the advice really with the Queen of Wands is be confident in yourself. Be confident. Be confident in who you are. Be confident in your abilities. Overcome those fears. I feel like she has a lot of spiritual power, a lot of spiritual strength. Just taking initiation sometimes, being bold. But at the same time, taking your time and allowing spirit to guide you. But this definitely comes with like spiritual strength, deeper spiritual connection. I feel like really connected to the higher self. But when you connect really with the higher self, that brings this certain type of energy, of fire, like this spiritual flame that just allows us to just move like more easily. With that confidence, with that spiritual confidence, just having that inner knowing that things are going to go in the right direction for us. But okay, I hope y'all made it this far. If you did make it this far, thank you for listening to this. I appreciate you. Please like, subscribe. I should have said that in the beginning, but please like, subscribe. It really helps out this channel. I hope that you got something from this reading, and yeah, until next time, soul fam, be safe. Much love and light. May your soul be your guide. Namaste.